Ever wondered why many countries strive to emulate Singapore? This small island nation, a mere dot on the world map, boasts a remarkable economic growth story. It's not just about the towering skyscrapers and bustling ports, but a tale of transformation, from a modest trading post to a global financial hub. Singapore's high standard of living and cutting-edge technological advancements make it a shining beacon for nations worldwide. Yet not all who try to follow in Singapore's footsteps succeed. Let's find out why. First on our list is Malaysia, a neighbor that shares a lot of history with Singapore. Many may not know that Malaysia has long aspired to mimic Singapore's glittering success, especially in the realms of technology, infrastructure, and economic development. In the technology sector, for instance, Malaysia has launched various initiatives to foster a robust tech ecosystem, but has struggled to match the innovative dynamism of Singapore's tech scene. Infrastructure-wise, while Malaysia's urban landscapes boast impressive architecture, the overall quality and accessibility of infrastructure lag behind that of Singapore. The Malaysian economy, too, has seen commendable growth, but has yet to reach the heights of Singapore's thriving economy. Various factors contribute to these shortcomings, including gaps in governance, economic policies, and societal structure. Despite the shared history and geographical proximity, Malaysia's Singapore dream remains elusive. Next up is India, a country with a population over 100 times that of Singapore. This vast nation, steeped in history and diversity, has looked towards the Singapore model for inspiration in its ambitious smart city projects. The goal, to catapult India into a new era of urbanization, mirroring Singapore's success. However, the path to this Singaporean dream is not without its hurdles. India's sheer size and diversity present a unique set of challenges. Infrastructure, a cornerstone of Singapore's success, is a significant hurdle in India, where vast rural areas and burgeoning urban populations strain existing systems. Furthermore, effective governance, another hallmark of Singapore's success, is a complex task in India's multifaceted political landscape. Corruption, bureaucracy, and regional disparities pose significant challenges to the implementation of these ambitious projects. With its vast diversity and complex challenges, India's path to becoming a Singapore seems fraught with obstacles. Let's now journey to Africa, where Nigeria has its eyes set on emulating Singapore. Nigeria, rich with natural resources and a burgeoning population, has been trying to mirror Singapore's successful model of corruption eradication and economic reform. The Nigerian government has been making strides in tackling corruption, drawing lessons from Singapore's strict anti-corruption laws and efficient governance. However, the path is far from smooth. The political instability, marked by frequent changes in leadership, poses a significant challenge to the implementation of these reforms. Moreover, the socio-economic issues in Nigeria are a stark contrast to Singapore's high living standards. The high poverty rate, lack of basic amenities, and the vast income disparity are some of the hurdles that Nigeria needs to overcome. In the end, these challenges make it difficult for Nigeria to replicate Singapore's success. Despite the hopeful notion, Nigeria's vision of a Singapore-like transformation seems to be a distant dream. Over in North Africa, Egypt too has been inspired by Singapore's success. The Egyptian government has made attempts to replicate the Lion City's model by planning a new administrative capital. This ambitious project, however, has been riddled with a fair share of hurdles. Firstly, Egypt grapples with the challenge of securing sufficient funding. Unlike Singapore, which had a robust economy to back its urban development, Egypt's economic struggles have made it difficult to finance such a large-scale project. Secondly, there's the issue of public acceptance. The proposed new capital has been met with skepticism and resistance from many Egyptians who view it as an unnecessary luxury in a country struggling with basic needs. Lastly, the execution of this grand plan is problematic. Building a city from scratch requires meticulous planning and flawless implementation, something that has proven to be a challenge for Egypt. Egypt's ambitious Singapore-inspired project is yet to see the light of day. Venturing into Europe, Russia too is captivated by the Singapore model. Soaring skyscrapers, bustling commerce, and seamless efficiency, the allure is undeniable. Russia, with its eyes set on transforming its Far East region, has attempted to create its own version of the Lion City. This ambitious project, however, faced major challenges from the get-go. The Far East region's geographical isolation didn't play nice with the Singapore model of global connectivity. It's a bit hard to be a bustling hub when your closest neighbors are bears and reindeers. Then there's the climate. Singapore's tropical weather is a far cry from Russia's subarctic winters. The harsh environment makes it difficult to create the inviting open-air cityscape that Singapore is known for. And let's not forget about economic viability. Russia's Far East lacks the economic diversity of Singapore, making it difficult to attract businesses and investors. Despite its best efforts, Russia's Siberian Singapore seems to be stuck in the snow. Back in Southeast Asia, Indonesia has its own Singapore dream. The archipelagic nation has been flirting with the idea of shifting its capital to an entirely new city, one that draws inspiration from the gleaming urban landscapes of Singapore. But this dream is proving to be far from easy to accomplish. For one, there are significant environmental concerns. The proposed location for the new capital is nestled in the dense forests of Borneo, raising questions about deforestation and biodiversity loss. Then there's the question of funding. Building a city from scratch is a colossal financial undertaking, and many doubt if Indonesia can shoulder this burden without sinking into debt. Public skepticism is another hurdle. Many Indonesians question the necessity of this move, wondering if resources could be better spent on improving existing infrastructure and services. As things stand, Indonesia's dream of a new Singapore-like capital is currently more fantasy than reality. Our final stop is China, a global powerhouse intrigued by the Singapore model. China has made ambitious attempts to mold a Singapore-like city in its southern region. This initiative, fueled by admiration for Singapore's economic success and social stability, is no small feat. However, the task of replicating Singapore's unique governance and societal structure has proved challenging. Singapore's blend of strict laws, efficient bureaucracy, and cultural diversity is a delicate balance that is hard to imitate. Furthermore, the city-state's small size and high levels of education have contributed to its success, aspects that are not easily replicated in larger nations. China's endeavors have been met with obstacles. The challenges of implementing Singapore's efficient governance in a country as vast and diverse as China are significant. Despite the hurdles, the pursuit continues, with China learning valuable lessons along the way. But for now, China's Singapore experiment seems to be a puzzle yet to be solved. So, why do these countries struggle to emulate Singapore's success? The pursuit of success is a complex journey, often paved with a myriad of challenges. The countries we've explored, from Malaysia's Mirage to China's copy, all face their unique set of hurdles in their quest to replicate the Singaporean model. Let's delve into some of these challenges. First off, there's the question of cultural diversity. Singapore, though diverse, is a relatively small city-state, making it easier to implement uniform policies. Larger countries like India and Nigeria, with their rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions, face a more complex task of balancing diverse needs and aspirations. Then, there's governance. Singapore's reputation for efficient and transparent governance is legendary. However, for countries where corruption is systemic or bureaucratic inefficiency is the norm, emulating Singapore's governance model is easier said than done. Economic factors also play a significant role. Singapore's strategic location and its focus on high-tech industries have fueled its economic growth. But not every country has the same geographical advantages or the resources to pivot towards a similar economic model. Lastly, infrastructural constraints can't be overlooked. Singapore's compact size has allowed for efficient urban planning and infrastructure development, but larger countries often grapple with infrastructural limitations that hinder uniform development. But it's not just about the challenges. There are unique aspects of the Singaporean model that are hard to replicate, like its emphasis on meritocracy, its long-term strategic planning, its robust education system, and its zero-tolerance policy towards corruption. These are not just policies, but deeply ingrained values that have shaped Singapore's success story. While many countries may aspire to be like Singapore, it seems that the Lion City's success recipe is not one-size-fits-all. Perhaps the real lesson here is not to mimic, but to learn, adapt, and carve out a unique path to success. Because every country, like every individual, has its own unique strengths and potential, and it's in harnessing these that true success lies.